Hello everyone, time to talk about the Screamin Eagle titanium exhaust for the Pan America 1250 and how it compares. So I bought this off a wreck, so for 300 bucks I figured it was gonna be worth a shot. Just got it installed and as you can see it's pretty wobbly. This mount, maybe I need a bigger washer, but it's tight, but because there's a rubber grommet there, it's got some play, so maybe there's a better mounting solution for me. Maybe take the rubber grommet out on the other side. Either way, looks like the fit was a lot better than the Vance Hines pipe I had. So one thing of note off this pipe that I got off eBay, it didn't come with hardware, so it does have a bolt. It's got a welded nut to this hanger, so I had to put a bolt in there that was metric, which is interesting. And it didn't have the spring, so I ordered some springs that didn't fit. However, I had this laying around, so this is temporary. I've already ordered the correct spring, so when it comes to the whole shaky pipe thing, I don't think it'll matter because it's got plenty of tension. You can just see it's rotating. It's strange to me that they only have one hanger. Usually I've seen two, sometimes even three, but there's no place for another one. To have it only on one side is strange to me, but it's also worth noting the ones I did order were too short. So probably from the inside of the hook to the inside of the hook, I'm measuring about 72, 73 millimeters, and I ordered 60 millimeter springs, which was too short in hindsight. I'm not sure I measured it correctly the first time. And so what I'm seeing is when you order these springs, they come 5 mil shorter. So I think the size assumes that it's already stretched out 5 mil. All right, sorry, I didn't put a stock sound clip on it, but I just wanted to go through the options that I've already done. Talk about weight. I didn't weigh these parts, but I did want to say that, just carrying them around the garage, the stock exhaust is fairly light to be able to pick it up with one hand like that. Obviously, the titanium is it's somewhat lighter. I was a little disappointed in the Vance Hines being a steel system. While it's stronger and it's not going to get damaged like this junk very easily, it's pretty heavy for being an aftermarket system. So Vance Hines compared to stock, I thought, a bit lighter. The titanium is even lighter. But where you make some money is this mid pipe. So this factory box is actually also quite light. It doesn't look like it has a whole lot of material on the inside. I did purchase a mid pipe with a stock exhaust, which was nice. It doesn't change the sound a whole bunch, but it does drop a couple of pounds and better flow up top. Hell, maybe it even hurts torque. I'm not sure. I haven't put it on a dyno. Don't plan on doing it. This Screamin Eagle has a mid pipe with a resonator in it. While it is a flow-through pipe, it's very light. We're not talking about much added weight over the straight mid pipe, and definitely lighter than the factory box there. So big question now is how is it for sound, because the Vance Hines pipe I got just too loud for me, and they don't make a baffle. But to me, honestly, it just sounds stock. I really didn't want a loud pipe, but that was basically nothing. So it does have a baffle in it. So all we're gonna do is pull out the grommet. All right, so I think it's a 5/32. Hard to know sometimes whether it's going to be standard or metric. American bike, but then when you have some components like brakes, oxygen sensors, they're going to be metric anyway because of who manufactures it, or it's made to standards. So kind of a pain in the ass, but this is a standard bike, so it worked out. So all we did was remove the little guy. Ooh, that's warm. And you can see it's a really tight fit in there, so. All right, hit it up with my favorite tool, which is some WD-40. And I don't. Baffle comes out. So this baffle, obviously very restrictive. Let's see what the difference is now with the sound. Oh yeah. Okay, gotta say, really impressed how much of a difference this baffle made. Obviously very restrictive, really surprising for me. Every baffle I've put in doesn't seem to make that much of a difference. So it is much louder. I think it's quieter than the Vance Hines was, even with the baffle out. However, we'll see how it sounds on the open road. I think it'll be just right for what I want. When you're off-road somewhere and you're not quite sure if you're on somebody's property, maybe it's a road, it kind of ended, you're in a field. I don't want this big, loud, stupid, obnoxious motorcycle that is drawing attention to yourself and, you know, just pissing people off and scaring cars and, you know, just stuff that's bad for the sport, in my opinion, in general. Yeah, so I think I'll be happy with this, especially for the price off a wrecked bike. I was concerned, I was talking about earlier with kind of how much play was in the pipe. However, when it's running and I'm revving it, there's no shakery in it. So I think it'll be okay. Well, that is exactly what we thought it would do. The exhaust note, though, is phenomenal. It's not overbearing. It's just barely louder than the motor. The motor is very loud on this bike, and I think this is gonna work out great.